Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Two of the best teams in the game square off. It's the New York Mets taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. And today's starter, Tyler Glasnow.
Yeah, and his whip tells you he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So, taking the mound, this is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
To first, Lindor retire. Here's a Mets lineup now. Down to the eighth spot, a guy that's trying to get back on track at the plate, Jeff McNeil.
Well, it's been a tough series for him so far. No hits in any of the games, so they've really had a good game plan for him, and sometimes you tip your cap. They're executing, it seems, to perfection. But with that said, you know this guy's hungry. He wants to get on base with a hit. We'll see if he can make an adjustment and maybe flip the script in this one.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Late on that fastball.
Well, you got to be careful with this guy. 2 outs, nobody on. He's looking to drive the ball really far. So if you can't get him to chase your pitch, you might.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And towing the slab, Clay Holmes.
For the Dodgers,
Chris, his strikeout rate this year among the best all time.
He's truly one of the elite strikeout pitchers in the league. I mean, strikeouts per 9 off the chart. So the opposing team, they know they have their work cut out for them anytime they're facing this guy or a guy like this that's going to get the swings and misses. Pretty much in a class of his own when it comes to that category.
Here's the center fielder, James Outman. Swing and a ball popped up. Lindor. He's got it, and there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Righty delivers. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the Dodgers. Second inning set to go. Here's the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Glasnow ready and deals. Strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
2 strikes.
Heading down the line. Dives, but it's foul. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a miss, 98 miles per hour on the gun.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. But when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Batting 6, the designated hitter,
Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. 2 outs. Up the middle. Handles, throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the second. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Mookie Betts.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle, but I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. lands another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could.
And meanwhile, this a fair ball down the left field line. Around first and hustling for second. Can't glove it cleanly, and he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to.
Line drive, base hit. Muncy on his horse around third. He will score, and they take the lead. And it's an RBI single, 1-0. And Kike Hernandez at the plate. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Fly ball to right. Soto gets under it. And that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Jose Siri.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
On the ground at first, there's Hernandez handling the chance. And 1 away in the top of the 3rd. And now here's Jeff McNeil. On a line out towards center. Makes the grab for the second out. Luis Torrens up now for the Mets. 2 down, nobody on. Fought off foul.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Two out, space is empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Down in order go the Mets. They're down 1-0. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Holmes ready to fire now. Cut on and lifted in the air. Winker hauls it in for the out. Hesung Kim, the next to hit. That's in there. And it's 1-2. Got it. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, I'm not really sure why he let that one go by. I mean, out of the hand, it had a lot of the strike zone. Sure, it had some good arm side run at the end to.
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it for the inning. Back here at Chavez Ravine, out of the 4th, and stepping in for New York, Francisco Lindor. And that misses. And now 3-1.
Well, certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. And there's 1 down. And now it's Juan Soto. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And that one is lifted in the air. Outman makes the grab. 2 down.
The batter, the first baseman, Pete.
Here's Pete Alonso. Ground ball right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive. And now it's Mark Vientos. That one fouled off. on the curveball, struck him out. One hit, one left. And we're back, ready to go, bottom four. And now the DH, Shohei Ohtani. Ground ball right side. Tosses to first, and they get Ohtani for the out.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync. And the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season.
The 1-1 is fouled off. One out, base is empty. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Got him swinging.
Well, he showed a lot of conviction with the fastball there, not just because of the velocity, but also the ability to command it on the inside part of the plate. The last thing you want to do with 2 strikes is just get too far in there and it gets away and it hits the batter. So when I see a 2-strike fastball bunch up a guy like that, it tells me there's a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Now this is in the air down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Right side. And that one handled. Sends it to first, and Hernandez is out. And the Dodgers are set down in order. Dodgers go down quietly, but they're on top 1-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Winker.
Here's a 2-1. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Conforto flashes the leather on the running catch. And stepping in is the speedy Luis Angel Acuna. To third, Muncy. Throw to first in time.
And he looked a little tentative on that swing, almost like he didn't get pitch recognition and tried to slow his bat down just to make contact. I'd rather see a guy swing through it instead of making weak contact and put it in play, have another pitch where maybe he can drive out of the ballpark. Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
And a swing and a miss, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Welcome back.
Leading
and
up
struggles
for
at
the
the
Dodgers,
plate in this
the third
series
baseman,
as we take a look at the numbers.
Muncy.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Muncy hits one in the air. Siri in position. He's there. He's got it. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Michael.
And here is Michael Conforto. Out towards right center field. Siri in position. Drops into the glove. Out number 2.
The first baseman, number 8, Kike.
Here's Kike Hernandez. That one finds the zone. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. Dodgers down in order, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Back here at Dodger Stadium. New inning getting started. Jeff McNeil stands in.
McNeil.
In the air, center field. Outman sizing this one up. He's got it. And there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Here's the catcher for the Mets, Luis Torrens. His righty-lefty splits there. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Here's Francisco Lindor. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
2 outs. Swing and a ball popped up. Muncy makes the catch, and that's the 3rd out. Bottom of the 6th,
Leading up
and here's
for
the
the
catcher,
Dodgers,
Austin
the
Barnes.
catcher, Austin Barnes.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium.
1 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Just off the inside corner. It's 2-2.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him. 3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Next pitch misses. 3-2 now. That one lifted to left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Juan Soto now. In the air out towards right center. Outman gets there. He's under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late? That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound. Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Lifted in the air, right field. Conforto makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitch. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Sean Reed Foley. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there, on its way, gone. A towering shot to center. It's 2-0.
Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Siri makes the grab. And there are 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Muncy digs in. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
2 strikes.
And there's a ball.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And the funky Muncy is stifled by the strikeout. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. And it's 2-zip. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Popped up. Muncy sizes this one up, brings it in, and there's one down. And next is the designated hitter, Luis Angel Acuna. That to right, Conforto. He's got it, and there's two down.
Up next for the Mets, the
Two down,
fielder,
base is empty. And now the center fielder, Jose Siri. The 1-1 is fouled off. The Mets trailing by 2, and we're in the top of the 8th. The next offering misses, and it's 2-2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first, and that will end the inning. Doing for the Mets. And they're down 2-0. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. And delivers outside.
Conforto.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
That missed by a lot. And now it's 3-2. Set down on strikes. He's got to be frustrated with that call. Here's Kike Hernandez. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And now Austin Barnes. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Winker makes the play, and it's out number 3. Looks like he's heading back out for the 9th as he'll go for the shutout. We're back, and on the mound is the closer,
Number
Tanner
66.
Scott.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. One of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Late on that fastball.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Here's the catcher, Luis Torrens. And that is cut on and missed. And the count 1-2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
On the ground, right side, Kim. In plenty of time to first, 2 up, 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. And now it's Frankie Lindor. Hit to right, and that should do it. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers use 2 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Great pitchers duel in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game. And for these pitchers, it really came down to a few key at-bats. This was a fun one to watch.
2-0 your final here in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.